Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Brielle Tarot, the space where spirit exposes the truth, uncovers hidden energies, and reveals what people never expected about you. If you're new here, hi, my loves. I'm Brielle, your intuitive guide, here to help you understand the deeper layers of your energy and the impact you make without even trying. And Taurus, today's message is powerful, shocking, and honestly long overdue. Spirit is saying, everyone is stunned. They're just now realizing who you truly are. People who once underestimated you, people who thought they had you figured out, people who believed you were predictable or ordinary. Taurus, they are finally seeing your real power, your resilience, your worth, your depth. Something about your energy, your growth, or your recent shift is making people stop, stare, and rethink everything they assumed. So take a deep breath, Taurus. Because Spirit is about to reveal what they're realizing, why it's happening now, and how it changes the way people view you moving forward. Let's begin. The King of Wands energy appears very strongly here, showing that all this time you may have seemed ordinary in the eyes of many people. They assumed you were just someone going through life, following the flow without any big ambitions. But deep inside, you carry a mature leadership strength and a dominant energy that not everyone has. People are shocked when they see how you're able to stand tall when others collapse, how you know exactly what you want, and how you make decisions that are not only mature but filled with determination. They never expected you to have such a big vision, and your courage is now becoming obvious. So much so that those who once underestimated you have gone silent and begun to see you differently. When the Knight of Swords energy appears, it becomes even clearer that you're not just a leader. You're someone who moves fast, isn't afraid to move forward, and isn't intimidated by challenges. You're the type who, once you set a goal, will chase it without hesitation, even if you have to run alone. People are shocked because they weren't prepared to see such drastic changes in you. You've become firm, unmanipulable, and unbreakable. Those who once thought you were easy to lead or easy to trap are now stunned because you've become someone incredibly independent and difficult to control. The Queen of Swords energy then shows another side of you that surprises even more people. Your intelligence. You've become someone who can read situations, read people's intentions, even detect lies before they're spoken. Your intuition is sharp, your logic is strong, and you know how to maintain boundaries without being harsh. Many people who once took advantage of you suddenly realize that you were observing everything they did all along. You no longer trust easily, and you no longer allow just anyone to enter your life. And this makes many people panic because they can no longer play you the way they used to. Then the Two of Wands shows that many people now see your future looking brighter than their own. They realize that you're not just changing, you're growing very quickly. You're starting to plan bigger things, think more clearly about your future, and open yourself to new opportunities. You are no longer stuck in the small environment that once held you back. You're beginning to see the world on a larger scale. And because of this, many people feel small in your presence. They never expected you to have the ability to build such a big life. As the Seven of Swords appears, this is the moment they become truly shocked because you actually know many things they've been hiding. You know who's genuine, who's fake, who's jealous, who secretly wants to see you fail, and who has been trying to take advantage of your kindness. You don't reveal what you know, but you quietly distance yourself, and that action alone makes them realize that you already know everything. They weren't prepared to face this new version of you who is now aware of manipulation and their dirty games. Yet the Knight of Cups shows a softer side behind your firmness. Even though you're strong and unshakable now, your heart is still full of love. You still know how to love, appreciate, care for, and show genuine affection. And because of this, someone feels deep regret. They once thought your heart was naive, but your heart is that of a warrior. Gentle, but not foolish. Sincere, but in control. Many people now see the beauty in you that they never noticed before. Then the Five of Pentacles appears as a shocking revelation for them. They finally realize that you once went through difficult times you never told anyone about. Times when you felt alone, betrayed, and had to fight by yourself without anyone truly caring. They're stunned when they learn how deeply you once fell, and even more shocked that you've risen this high. Many ask themselves, how could someone who was hurt so deeply become this powerful now? How did you survive? The answer? Because you are far stronger than they imagined. When the King of Swords energy arrives, this is when they fall completely silent. You now stand as someone with clarity, firmness, wisdom, and courage to cut off anything unhealthy in your life. You know your worth, you know your boundaries, and you know what is worth fighting for. People who once spoke carelessly about you don't dare to anymore. They now tread carefully, because you are no longer the old version of yourself. But your transformation doesn't come without reactions. With the Five of Wands, it's clear many people now feel pushed aside. Your success makes them feel competitive, defeated, jealous, and even threatened. They see you rising higher while they remain in the same place. This triggers conflict, gossip, backtalk, and unhealthy energy. You might start noticing that the higher you rise, the more people feel uncomfortable. The Two of Swords then shows that you've become someone harder to read. You're no longer predictable, no longer easily provoked, and no longer easily shaken. You think carefully before making decisions, and you protect yourself from manipulation. This makes many people confused about how to approach you again. They don't know what's on your mind, and that makes them even more curious and afraid. Finally, the Three of Wands becomes a beautiful closing message. This card shows that your future is wide open. You've left the darkness behind. You've broken free from the old circle that held you back. You're moving toward a much bigger, more stable, more abundant, more free, and happier life. Everyone is shocked because you didn't just change. You evolved into someone they can't predict, can't pressure, and can't belittle anymore. You've leveled up, and not everyone can follow you to your next stage. Who feels the most threatened by your growth? The person who feels most threatened is first shown by the Knight of Wands energy. Someone impulsive, quick-moving, and often acting without thinking about consequences. This is someone who usually sees themselves as the most noticeable, the center of attention, the one who always seems ahead. But seeing your sudden and steady progress makes them feel like they're losing the spotlight they're used to. They're someone who normally appears very confident, but that confidence is fragile. When they see you rising, they feel shaken. When the Ace of Wands appears, it becomes clear what threatens them most. The fact that you're entering a new chapter of your life, filled with passion, ideas, creativity, and a powerful new energy. You look like someone who has found your path, found your fire, and they're shocked because they never expected you to grow this fast or this strong. They thought you'd stay where you were so they could feel above you. But reality proves otherwise. The Six of Cups reveals that this person is someone from your past. It could be an old friend, an ex, someone who once liked you, or someone you once helped. They knew the old you. Gentle, soft, maybe passive. They knew the older version of you. And now they're shocked because you've evolved far beyond what they ever imagined. They don't know how to deal with this new version of you. The Seven of Wands shows that this person is starting to feel defensive. They feel the need to guard their position and compete with you, even though you don't even see them as competition. They feel your growth threatens their status or the recognition they used to get. They become more cautious, distant, or subtly opposing you. Their energy is anxious because they feel you're taking the place they thought was theirs. When the Queen of Wands appears, it becomes clear why they're so disturbed. You now exude charisma, confidence, and strong magnetic energy. You shine effortlessly. You attract attention without trying, and this makes them feel overshadowed. The Knight of Wands feels outshined by your Queen of Wands energy. You appear more grounded, more attractive, more confident, and emotionally stronger. They can't compete with that. The Four of Pentacles shows their deep fear of losing control. They're afraid you'll become more successful, happier, or more stable than they are. This fear makes them hold on tightly to what they have, desperate not to lose their position. They're afraid you'll surpass them just by being who you are now. The Ace of Pentacles intensifies their fear. They see big opportunities opening for you. Career, money, new projects, relationships, or a new stable life. They know something valuable is coming your way, and that terrifies them. They feel left behind. When the King of Wands appears, they feel even more threatened because they see you rising into your most powerful version. Charismatic, visionary, respected. They always saw themselves as the main star, but now they see that you carry more strength, maturity, and presence than they do. The King of Cups reveals more. It's not just insecurity, it's emotional conflict. This person actually has feelings for you, whether it's admiration, attraction, or regret. Your growth makes their emotions unstable. They don't know how to deal with the fact that you've become someone out of their reach. The Nine of Wands shows they're exhausted from pretending they're not affected. They're tired of maintaining their image, tired of acting like they don't care, tired of hiding their anxiety every time they see you grow. You've become their biggest mental challenge. When the Seven of Swords emerges, it shows their deepest fear, that you know their hidden intentions. They're terrified that you see their jealousy, envy, or past attempts to belittle you. They're afraid you know they once underestimated you or used your kindness. They're scared of being exposed. The Two of Pentacles shows they're struggling between two extremes: admiration and fear, attraction and insecurity, wanting to approach you and wanting to run away. Your growth shakes their stability. Finally, the Knight of Cups appears, showing that despite feeling threatened, part of them still has soft feelings for you. They want to come forward, talk, confess, or repair things, but their ego, fear, and insecurity hold them back. They want to look good in front of you, but they feel you've grown too far, too fast, and they can't keep up. Taurus, Spirit wants you to remember this truth. People may take time to understand your strength, but once they see it, they can never forget it. Your growth, your power, and your transformation have created a ripple effect. This is why people are suddenly shocked, because you've stepped into a version of yourself that demands recognition without you saying a word. If this reading resonated, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss another message from Spirit crafted just for you. And remember, my loves, your worth was always there. They're only just waking up to it. I'm Brielle, and this was your divine message. Stay grounded, stay luminous, and never shrink for anyone.